All right, I need some germ killer. This ration seemed perfect, but it was 26 years old, so it can't hurt to be too careful. So I need some germ killer. What's going on? Germs here, back with another review. Today we're going to take a step back in time again, and we're going to review this vintage 1998 Food Packet Long Range Patrol menu number 4 Chicken a la King. And this one was packed by the Warnick Company out of McAllen, Texas. Now we know this is a 1998 because this was the only year that they used this repeating design on the bag. And supposedly the 1998 LRPs are some of the best ever made, possibly the best US rations ever made. And what makes these so special isn't just the quality of the mains because they're freeze-dried, but it's also the quality of the sides that are inside these. Now I've reviewed quite a few LRPs and I've explained the whole purpose and history behind the LRPs, so I won't ramble on about that during this review. You can go check out some of my other videos on LRPs. But the gist of it is, these are freeze-dried, they're very lightweight. This one weighs in at 1 pound 3 ounces. So very portable, very easy to carry on a long-range patrol or recon mission. Just like I mentioned in the Australian PR1M I just reviewed last week, the only drawback is these require water to rehydrate. So if you're out in the middle of nowhere on a recon mission, you'd have to find a water source and you'd have to purify it. And these are going to usually have just a few more calories than the regular US MRE. These are usually going to come in right around 1,500 calories, similar to the newer meal cold weathers. And not to mention, you may only be able to carry one of these. If you're out on a prolonged patrol, you might not be able to eat 3 of these a day. You might have to make one of these stretch a whole day. So that's why there's a little more calories. But as we open things up, I'll do a calorie count and we'll see just how many calories there are in this. So I've reviewed quite a few LRPs on this channel now, but I've only had one 1998 LRP, and that was a chicken and rice menu. That menu was so good. It was fantastic. One of the top rations I think I've reviewed. So I can see why they say this year produced some of the best rations for the US ever. I actually got this ration from Mike Kreischer from Mike Kreischer Review. He's a great dude. He's a huge supporter of the community, and I really appreciate it, Mike. Thank you very much for sending this to me. He actually reviewed this menu about a year ago, the same exact menu, same year. So I'll make sure to put a link in an end card during the outtakes at the end of this video. I'll also link my 1998 review of the chicken and rice during the outtakes as well. So let's get this opened up. I'm going to save this bag for the collection, so we're going to open it from the back. And let's see what we got. First thing we have, Bran Flakes cereal bar. There's no nutritional information, no calorie information. I'm going to guess probably around 200 calories. Oh my. We've got an oatmeal cookie, chocolate covered. These are one of the best desserts ever. This is going to be 210 calories. We've got a beverage base powder orange fortified. Also no calorie information or nutritional information on this. I'm going to guess 200 calories. And we've got a Candy 5, which I believe is going to be Skittles or M&Ms. And this was packed on the 323rd day of 1998. We'll get the calorie information on that when we open it up. Here's our chicken a la King and noodles, cooked, dehydrated. Here's all the nutritional information, but there is no calorie information. So I don't know, maybe 600 calories, 700 calories, I don't know. And here's our accessory packet. Might as well open this right now. We've got our red Taster's Choice, which feels actually okay. Cream substitute dry, non-dairy. Iodized salt. 4 grams of sugar. It's going to be our spearmint chewing gum. Looks decent. As with all LRPs, you get 2 packs of bung fluff. And you get some Green Army matches. White tip. And last but not least, our MRE spoon. All right, well, that's what you get in the 1998 Food Packet Long Range Patrol menu number 4 Chicken a la King. I've heard that this 1998 LRP Chicken a la King is amazing. And after that 1998 LRP chicken and rice that I had, I'm really excited to try this. So let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. All right, first things first, let's get this main rehydrating. And I think I forgot to mention, this is made by Oregon Freeze Dried Company, which is Mountain House. So this is going to call for 12 to 14 ounces of hot water or half canteen cup. All right, I think this is going to be double bagged. Yep, double bagged. And there's what it looks like in the bag. It's got a nice vacuum seal on it. All right, there's what it looks like. It's going to have chicken in it, pimentos, green pepper, and celery. Smells kind of like nothing right now. Wait until it rehydrates, then it's going to smell great. Going to do about 12 ounces of water. We can always add more, can't take any away. So this thing right here is to seal the bag as you let it sit and rehydrate. And I can see why they double bag it, because they put this on the bottom so it'll sit there upright instead of spilling out everywhere. Let's give this a stir. Now I can smell it. It smells absolutely wonderful. Let's get this sealed up. Let's take this one, put it inside of this bag. And now I'm going to stick this right in here. So we're supposed to only let this rehydrate for about 5 minutes. So we'll check it in about 5 minutes and see where it's at. All right, let's get this Bran Flakes cereal bar out. Gonna have to use the knife. There it is. I had the Corn Flakes bar in the first 1998 LRP I did. That was amazing. This is probably going to be just as good. All right, let's get this oatmeal cookie chocolate covered out. And this looks perfect. Let's see what candy number 5 is. Skittles. Now let's make some drinks. Make some coffee. Usually this red Taster's Choice doesn't make it, but this actually feels like it's okay. All right, you probably can't see in there, but this actually looks pretty decent. There are some white spots in that coffee, which is the caffeine crystallization, I believe. That's what I have been told anyways. We're going to give it a shot. Yeah, not sure you can see in there, but it actually is powdery and not just a brick of tar like I've seen. About 6 ounces of water. Not using creamer tonight. I got other plans for that. Give it a stir. Set them back over here. Let's make our beverage base powder orange fortified. And this feels a little bit crystallized in there, but I'm sure it's just fine. Smells fine. It looks crystallized, but it smells just fine, looks fine. All right, this calls for 12 ounces of water. This is a pint glass, so I'm not going to fill it quite all the way. We'll give that a stir. There's real sugar in that, so that's going to be good. Set him over there. Let's see if these Skittles are toast. Yeah, they're a little discolored, but I'm sure they're just fine. Oh, and 240 calories in this pack of Skittles. All right, so what I did to the Corn Flakes bar in that other 1998 LRP I did, I crushed it up and I put the creamer in and mixed it with a little water, made a little bit of a cereal. So let's do that. It smells really good. I'm kind of wondering if this one's going to taste like Golden Grams, like the Corn Flakes bar. Let's do just a little bit of water to start. See how that is. I'm liking that. Needs more water though. But before we do, let's put some cream substitute dry non-dairy on it. This feels like it's a solid brick, but a lot of times it's perfectly fine. Yep, perfectly fine. touch more water. I think that's going to be good. Yeah, that's going to work real nicely. That looks really good. Looks like a nice cereal. All right, this is probably done, but let's try out our coffee. My Mike Kreischer review mug. Smells a bit old, but I'm sure it's fine. That's not the best. The Red Taster's Choice isn't usually the best anyways, but I could handle it. It is pretty stale, but like I said, I can handle it. All right, let's get this out. I have to say, the smell coming off this is so fantastic. You can smell how creamy that sauce is going to be. You can smell onion in there, and you can smell the celery right away. Absolutely fantastic smelling. And I don't think it needs any more water. Take this out. And as with all the Mountain House meals that are in the MCWs and all these LRPs, that's a lot of freaking food right there. I said about 600 calories. I'm going to probably bump that to 700. Like I said, this smells wonderful. Look at that. Big chunks of meat in there. Let's go in for a bite. This is going to be really good, I think. That main is exquisite. It's delectable. It's so good. The noodles rehydrated perfectly. The chicken, not quite perfect. I probably could have put a little more water in it, but it tastes so good. You can taste the onions. You can taste the green peppers, the pimentos, the celery, and it kind of tastes cheesy. It's a real creamy sauce. That is so good. And the thing about freeze drying is everything maintains its color. You can see those green peppers in there. I'm not sure you can see them, but nice and green. Everything maintains its color, flavor. It's so good. So I got a new phone and I am using a new camera app. So I just realized my tray is way off center. So I apologize. I'm not an expert at this. It definitely doesn't need any salt. Could use a little bit of pepper though, but they don't give you any. 26-year-old food. I always say freeze-dried food basically lasts forever if stored properly, if packaged properly, and doesn't lose its vacuum. This is proof right here. I feel like this has to be more than 700 calories. Maybe not. That's a lot of freaking food. I'm only about half done and I'm getting full. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish all this, but I'm going to give it a shot. I don't really want to move on to anything else because that's all like dessert stuff. I'm getting so full. I still have all this to do. I knew I was doing this tonight, so I didn't eat all day. I just have to dig deep. All right, last bite of this 26-year-old chicken a la king. I know I need the spoon for the cereal, but I had to slap that spoon down. That deserved a spoon slap. So let's go in for some of this. All right, so the bran flake bar with some non-dairy creamer, crunched up, mixed up with some water. That's the way to do it. If you get one of these, you have to crunch it up, you have to put the non-dairy creamer in, and you have to mix it with water. That's something I saw Readiness Rations do. I did it last time. That's the way to do it. Tastes like Golden Grams. It's a little different than the cornflake bar, but has a very similar taste. It's just more weedy. I can handle this all day long. Last bite of this. 2 spoon slaps for this review. Well, I'm going to need the spoon again. This needs to be stirred. Didn't look the best. We'll see how it tastes. It's orangey, I'll give it that. But it kind of has a chemical taste to it, almost like a cleaner, like a kitchen cleaner or something like that. It's not bad, just kind of weird because it's old. But I'll drink it. And you should probably stick around because I'm going to do something with this. All right, let's try out some Skittles. They are a little discolored, but I'm sure they're going to be just fine. They're fine. They've lost a touch of their fruitiness, but all in all, they're really good. They're a little bit on the extra chewy side though, probably because they're old. And let me know in the comments, which color is your favorite? And if you separate the colors as you eat them. I like to separate the colors and eat the colors all at the same time. But I'm kind of weird. I think CT's right. I think the grape is the best. Let's finish these up. All right, I saved the best for last. These are the best. The best dessert. Oatmeal cookie. Chocolate covered. Perfect. Nice cookie crunch. Got an oatmeal cookie type flavor. That chocolate layer is perfect. Now I gotta do this. That's not the way to do it. It's better on its own. That coffee doesn't match well with it, probably because it's crappy coffee. Better on its own. Last bite of this. Why not slap it down one more time? That ration was absolutely fantastic. I can see why they say these are the best. What a great ration. That main was a lot of freaking food and I am stuffed. But I couldn't get enough of it. That was so good. Just bursting with flavor. You just can't beat the freeze-dried mains. They maintain their flavor, they maintain their color, they maintain their texture. Hands down the best rations. These, the MCWs, they're the best. Part of me wonders what would have happened if I would have crumbled up that oatmeal cookie chocolate covered and put it into that bran flake bar cereal that I made and mixed that up and tried that. I have a feeling that would have been fantastic. Next time, I think I have another one of these. Stick around to the end, you'll see what I'm going to do with this stuff. And now I know why I left some space here. So if you stuck with me through this second 1998 26-year-old LRP journey, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you watching and I appreciate you being here. I want to give a special thanks to Mike Kreischer from Mike Kreischer Review. Thank you so much, dude, for sending this to me. Make sure you go check out his channel. I'm going to post that 1998 Chicken a la King LRP review he did at the end during the outtakes. Make sure you stick around to the end to see what I'm going to do with that orange drink. And once again, what a great experience, and I appreciate you being here along with me for the ride. And I'll be back soon with another review. Later. Oh, that was dumb. So I've reviewed quite a few LRPs. I've reviewed quite a few LRPs on this channel now, and one more time. I've heard this 1998 chicken. I've heard that this year. I fucking did it. After 50 takes. We need to get this main, for fuck's sake. Such a great supporter of the MRE review community. Here we go. Look who's here. He didn't make an appearance in the last video, but he wanted to say hi today. Get. All right, I need some germ killer. This ration seemed perfect, but it was 26 years old. So it can't hurt to be too careful. So I need some germ killer. Some vanilla flavored something or other in there. Some of this orange flavored junk. Had to drink a little bit to make some room for some cream soda. Let's give that a little stir. Don't know how good this is going to be. Orange creamsicle drink. Just kind of made it up on the fly. Now that's the way to do it.